Yeah, it's pretty spot on to my feelings after the game. just kind of gave it away. So it's going to be a lot to learn from week one. It's early, and got a lot of confidence in the group we have. We got a really good team, but we can't give games away, especially against another good team, which is going to be every week. So, yeah, definitely disappointing.
And your in the end zone really seemed like it turned the whole momentum around.
Is there a question with that?
Well, I was going to ask you, is that what you
do I feel that way? I mean, obviously, yeah, turnovers are killers, especially down in the red zone. But, I thought Travis did a good job of bouncing back and keeping his head in the game, and stuff like that, is going to happen at times. And we preach taking care of the ball and not doing it, but I've been in that same position, and that's what I told Travis. I've done it before too. So no one's pointing the fingers. We still had plenty of time in the game, and we have to be able to handle the adversity and go score the next series. And that's the only good drive we had the whole half. So it's on all of us to, when something like that does happen, we all gotta gather around and make the next play, and we didn't do that. It seems like we couldn't get any rhythm going in the second half besides on that drive. So yeah, obviously that's going to be the story, and of course that's important. That's something that you don't want to do and you can't do, but we had plenty of opportunities after that, and we couldn't get anything going. And I took a bad sack on second down on our last drive that we got that put us in a tough third down. So I mean, there's plays all over the place that we got to make and that we can't. It's more the mistakes though than the plays you got to make. It's more of don't beat yourself. And I think you look at the whole game, and that was where we struggled. We made a lot of plays, a lot of great plays, and our defense did a good job of holding a really explosive offense. And offensively, we didn't score any points in the second half. So that's something that can't happen if we're going to win a lot of games, which is the plan. So we got to score more.
You talk about not beating yourself, but that's kind of how last season fell apart a little bit towards the end there. So any thinking, oh gosh, here we go again, or we need to get that all off the system, or type of thing, or no?
Not really. It's just kind of it's what happened today, and don't make it more than it is. We know we have to improve and get better. The reality is, though, it's week one. We're 0-1. Not the start we wanted, but even if we're 1-0, we still have 16 more games that we got to do something with. So the mindset doesn't change for us. Obviously, that there's some sense of urgency of we got to clean some stuff up. It was pretty sloppy at times. I thought in the first half we played really well, complimentary, moved the ball even after a rough start on that first drive offensively. We settled in, but for whatever reason there was a disconnect in the second half, and we didn't seem to be able to get things going. We were behind the chains, and they kind of took back the momentum. So we got to be able to play with the ebbs and flows and make those plays when we need them, and I take that on myself too. I got to make a play in that last drive that we ended up having, because you're sitting there and you don't get the ball back and you feel like you blew your shot. So for me, I'm frustrated with that as well.
From your vantage point, what sort of went wrong in the second half? You kind of touched on some things, but what did you see out there? What happened on the offense?
Yeah, just some untimely errors. A couple early on, the first couple drives, I don't know if we had 2 or 3 3-and-outs, but we started off really slow and just getting behind the chains early, whether it was a penalty or a stuffed run or an incompletion on first down. They were all kind of something different, but just didn't seem to get the drives going. And then in those second and longs, we didn't get anything positive in those either. So then you're in third and long, and that's going to happen occasionally, and you got to convert, but you can't rely on doing that time and time again. Defenses in this league are too good, and you got to stay ahead of the chains, and we didn't do that early. And then when we put a good drive together, it seemed like we were rolling, great tempo. And then same thing, we had the turnover, and then after that, it went right back to just kind of, stagnant. Weren't able to move the ball, and we got to be able to put drives together consistently like we did in the first half. So we'll have to look at it and see exactly what it was. I don't have all the answers right now, but I definitely know that we had our opportunities and really just didn't take advantage of them.
Trevor, what do you think of Brian? And can you take
us through
the 2 plays, the PI and also the touchdown?
PI, I was pissed because I missed the throw, left a little short, and he did a great job, and the safety ended up jumping down and took Christian away. So we had the shot over the top. So he did a great job. Won at the line of scrimmage. I think it was pressed too with Jalen. So he did a great job winning, and I just underthrew it a little bit. Fortunately, we got the PI, but he did a good job going and winning. And then the one in the end zone, just And that's just us and trusting it, and me trusting he's going to get there, and him trusting I'm going to put it in the right spot. And you see, he made a great play, so it was awesome.
Sorry, 4th and 1 for Travis. Was there any audible at the line of scrimmage on that, or was that an intentional call to run Travis wide?
That was a call. Obviously, it wasn't to go there then back across. You know, he's playing ball and trying to make a play, and they did a good job. And I'd have to watch it. You know, I don't know exactly what happened, but it seemed like Jalen Ramsey did a good job of setting the edge there, and wasn't what we thought was going to happen. Obviously, you know, we had a plan for that play, and that really didn't play out how we thought it would. So, you know, got to give credit to them. And they made some big defensive stops at the end of that game, but we put ourselves in some tough spots, and you'd love to go get it on 3rd down and not be in that 4th down situation where you got to go get that. So a lot of stuff to learn from, and yeah.
All right, let's take like 2 more.
Is it missed opportunity, you feel like right now? I mean, just you're going in to maybe put the game away.
Yeah.
I mean, how quick does that change in terms of the game changed, obviously?
Change is quick. This game is this league. It's a game of momentum, and you have to be able to. If you're on the good side of the momentum flip, you got to be able to take it and run with it, which they did today. And if you're on the opposite side, you got to be able to weather the storm and settle back in as quickly as possible. So, it seemed like we weren't able to do that. You know, the next time we got the ball, like I said, real stagnant, and just weren't getting many positives, and then. Had some bad sacks there at the end on me. You know, I thought protection was really great all day. Those guys did a good job of giving me time. So a couple of those were either coverage sacks or me trying to scramble into one. But yeah, it's just frustrating. You know, you feel the momentum flip, and you got to be able to settle in. And playing on the road, obviously, that's a huge thing. Is don't let the momentum take the game away from you. And I felt like we didn't settle back in, and they did. So. Yeah, you got to be able to recover from those things. So it's football. It's the NFL. You're not going to blow many teams out. You know, we had an opportunity coming out of halftime to go put some points on the board and really make it a 24-7 game. We didn't do that, and that would have been a big opportunity for us. But all these games are going to come down to one score, so you got to be able to win it at the end. You know.
All right. Any more? All right. Thanks.
You good? All right. Thanks, guys.